Jason Wallick, Garaway Pirates football, joining us with Storied Rivals for another season. And we're about a month away from week one, which is crazy to say. But thanks again for joining me, Coach. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. And I don't know if you saw it yet. I posted one of these interviews yesterday with Coach Slusser from Ridgewood. And he was telling me he's messed around. He's like, I love watching these interviews, but anytime you do one with Coach Wallach from Garaway, I don't like watching those ones too much. He's joking around, obviously, but I think he basically wanted me to share with you that he sends his best wishes.
Well, yeah, you can send our best wishes too. John really likes me and is my best friend. And I think the last time we all went out to dinner, he actually bought my steak for me. So thanks, John. I appreciate it, and I look forward to another one in the near future.
There you go. That's fun. I love Coach Slusser, though. He's been doing it a long time. I hope he sticks around for a few more years.
Yes, sir. Great guy.
Yeah. Well, are you doing this interview on your phone, by the way? Just a
I
curious
am.
question, real quick. Well,
I
I was gonna send you a picture, but I don't know if it's going to kick you out of the call or not. But I stumbled into this picture of you
Oh boy.
um, at Malone, and you've got these big shoulder pads, but you've also got the neck roll on, so you just look like this massive behemoth of a football player. And I'll tell you, man, if I was a running back, I wouldn't want to meet you in the hole.
Well, those days are over. But yeah, those were some great times at Malone. We had some great years when we were there, nationally ranked defenses, and had some great coaches there, and it was a lot of fun. Made a lot of lifelong friends. Great experience for sure. It's sad to see that they no longer have a program for sure.
Right. Yeah. So I want to go back to last season because I know a lot of the talk last year was about your regular season and your home winning streak. And I wanted to get your perspective because obviously, of course, you'd rather those streaks still be alive and, you go 10-0 for a fourth consecutive season and beat Indian Valley and Ridgewood. But specifically with that Indian Valley game when those streaks ended, did you feel more pressure after that game? Was it less pressure as if a weight had been lifted off of you with those streaks being over, or is it all just football to you and it's all the same?
Well, honestly, well, it was. It was almost a big sigh of relief. And I think anybody that tells you that or anyone that you talk to that's been through streaks like that, all good streaks come to an end. We know that. But I think our kids felt a lot of pressure. And now it hurt for a long time, obviously, to lose the first game in 4 years. And,
Sure.
especially the way we lost that game when we had every opportunity to win that game. If we don't throw a pick six, the outcome could have been a little different. If we don't fumble on the 8 yard line going in, the outcome could have been a little different. But it was almost a relief. But at the same time, it's high school football. The sun came up the next morning, and you reload and get ready to play the next game.
Yeah. Now, I Indian Valley obviously had an unbelievable season, and in a way, you hate to see your IVC rival go on to have a better season than you did. But for them to go off and cap their season off with a Division IV state championship, I mean, how cool was it to kind of see them represent your league?
Yeah, it's awesome. Anytime a team in the county, let alone in our league, has a great run. I just really I believe the support from the surrounding schools is phenomenal. We had to run 2 years ago to the Final Four, and we had an unbelievable crowd up at Louisville when we played Kirtland up there. And I know Indian Valley had huge crowds, in their Final Four and state championship games. And then you get to turn around and say that you played the state champions and you went toe to toe with them. But yeah, anytime that someone in your league, and the IVC has been very successful, obviously not only in football, but basketball, they've been very successful, with Highland and um, softball this year. Our girls made it to state, and I mean track. The league's always sending people to state, and our golf program, boys and girls both made the state. So anytime you see, IVC's schools being successful, it makes you proud to be a part of the league. And unfortunately, our league has fallen apart in the football aspect of things. But the other programs, it's awesome to see, the success that they're having as well.
I don't know if you knew. You probably did know that Grady Kinsey's coming back for another season, obviously, and he was the leading one of the leading rushers in the country. Have you figured out how to stop him yet? Because 16 teams struggled to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, Grady's a really nice running back, and we're excited to play him again this year. And we've got a lot of kids back defensively, and 2 years ago we held him to 32 rushing yards, and then last year I think he ran for about 300 against us. So but it's great to prepare in the off season for the challenge that lies ahead of you, and we're really looking forward to that matchup. Now they might beat us by 30, but I will tell you our kids will play hard and are really looking forward to that matchup. We've got a tremendous defensive line that's back, a couple linebackers. Our front seven's not going to be the young front seven that we had last year, but he is one phenomenal player, and it shows, and very proud to see that he's going to the Air Force Academy, and this other kid again from the IBC that's succeeding, and no, like you said, nobody could tackle him for 16 weeks. We'll give it our best shot. Whatever week we play him this year, we'll give it our best shot. See what happens.
Yeah. Now your team had one of the better running backs in the area as well, Dillon Soehnlen. He graduated obviously, and to be honest with you, I never saw anybody run the football quite like he did at his size to be able to just lower his shoulder like he did, just seemingly on every single play, and he ripped off big runs. And he had a heck of a career for you. And then obviously you lose Brady Geibel to graduation as well. To lose those two guys, I guess, what does your roster makeup look like now as you're, probably wrapping up camp and getting ready for scrimmages and things like that? What's your team look like?
Well, offensively, we bring back four of our front five guys. We're bigger, more physical, stronger than I think we've ever been in my 27 years at Garaway. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to win football games, but it will definitely give us a chance to win football games when you've got that kind of experience and size and strength up front. Now, on the flip side of that, we lose five of our skill guys, like you said. So we've got to replace five guys, and we've got kids working hard for those positions, and we're really excited. This is just one of those years you're really excited to see kids develop and see who's going to lead us, offensively and defensively. Because defensively, like I already said, we've got
Right.
our front three guys back. We've got a couple guys back in the secondary, but we've got to replace some really good quality seniors as well on both sides of the ball. So yeah, it's exciting. This is why we do what we do. Um, Last year was a challenge as well because the Final Four run and you lose a big senior class from that group, and the next group stepped up, and we've got 17 seniors this year, and those kids are all eager to get on the field and make their mark on the program too. So it keeps you going, year to year when you lose, quality kids, and but watching the other guys, younger kids, work in the off season and prepare, to be successful because they don't want to let the last class down or the program down, the community down. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great challenge.
Having the majority of your offensive line back is huge for the development of whoever steps in at quarterback. And I don't know if you've got younger or more experienced guys on your roster in terms of that quarterback room in that position, but having your offensive line back, I'm sure, kind of takes a lot of anxiety off of your mind in terms of protecting whoever steps in.
It does, and we ran the ball very well the last couple of years. Part of that was Dillon. Obviously, was a great running back for us, record holder in multiple categories, and like you said, the kid ran like he was 220 pounds, not 145 pounds, and or 150 pounds, whatever he weighed. And but yes, just to know that you have guys up front with experience, with size, with athleticism, at least gives us a shot to win games. You can have the best skill in the world, but if you can't protect your quarterback or if you can't block for those running backs, unless you're Grady Kinsey, who
Right, sure.
runs guys over, but it gives us a shot. It gives us a chance to be in football games. I think our defense will be pretty good again, and hopefully, they'll come along, start out quick, and allow our offense to come along and catch up.
What do you have coming up over the next couple weeks as far as scrimmages go and things to just get physically, emotionally, mentally ready for the long grind that's about to come up?
Well, we're old school. We don't do anything in the month of June. We really don't do anything in July until the last 2 weeks. So we used our old 10. We still do 10 camp days. We don't do all the 7-on-7 stuff all summer long like some guys do. And in the month of June or July, we run 10 days of camp. So we're off, and then we'll start next Monday, August 4th instead of August 1st. We give our guys a break since we just went 10 days, of camp days. So we've done that the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. We don't start on that Thursday or Friday, and it hasn't hurt us. Now it might come back and bite us in the butt this year, but, I just feel that once you get through those camp days, our camp days are grueling. They're probably harder than our two-a-days. So, and we've been through 10 of those in a row with a couple 7-on-7s mixed in those 10 days. And so we'll take some time off here, and then start August 4th with two-a-days, and then we'll scrimmage. I believe we're at Cambridge on Saturday, the 9th or whatever that Saturday is, and then St. Clair's will come to Sugar Creek on the 14th or 15th. I'm not even sure what day it's Friday, whatever Friday is. So, we're looking forward to those. We'll find out what some of these young kids have, what they can do. We'll find out, if the off season has paid off, which I really think it will. We've got some kids who look really good in the weight room, and they've looked really good on the field during camp. But obviously, when you're just in helmets and t-shirts, a lot of kids look good. So, as we told them last week when we finished up camp, that stock will rise and stock will fall starting on Monday, and we hope more stock rises and falls.
When you have younger kids, do you like if you have a lot of freshmen and sophomores on teams and you've been coaching for 30 years, like do you kind of feel like you get to teach again in some ways, rather than like with some of the juniors and seniors who kind of already know what they're doing?
Yeah, here's the thing: we start in our peewees. We just run in-house peewee program in fourth, fifth, and sixth grade, where we just play our own teams. And Doug Young does a great job with that. He's done it for me for 15 or 16 years, I think, maybe even more than that, 17 years maybe. But they start teaching our stuff at that young age. Zach Motice, who's coached all 25 years for me, that I've been the head coach in the middle school, continues that, and then we've had a full freshman schedule the last, I don't know, 15 years or so. So you feel like those kids are coming in, and they at least know the terminology. They know the expectations. They know the standard. And I've got a tremendous staff that's been with me for a really long time that gets those guys prepared. And um, so it is fun to teach. It's always fun to coach young guys, but we have a great mix. I think I know we have 17 seniors. Like our junior class is a little smaller. I think there's only 13, but then our sophomore class, I think there's 19 or 20 in that class, and those guys were really good last year as a freshman. And now they've worked their tails off this off season, and they'll get a great opportunity to play on Friday nights. So anytime but it's not one of those years where you have a bunch of experience coming back, especially in the skill positions, and you get to coach those guys a little harder. But I can't be more proud of the program that we've developed, from the fourth grade on, and it makes our jobs a lot easier at the high school for sure.
Absolutely. I love the top to bottom coaching. That's fantastic. Now, how do you keep you mentioned that you've had a lot of the same staff for a long time. I mean, how do you manage to keep all of these guys together and stay as tight knit as you are? Because I'm sure, I mean, we all know that life's unpredictable at times, but also some guys might get offers to go coach elsewhere and things like that. How have you managed to keep everyone around?
Well, I've been lucky. I don't know that answer, to be honest. Cedric Gerber's been with me for 21. I think this is his 21st year. Preston Elmore has been 15 or 16 years. Wes Hostetler's 13 or 14 years. Darren Yossick's 10. My brother's been with me, I think, now for 6 or 7, maybe even 8 years. It's, I take a lot of pride in letting our guys coach. Obviously, I get the final say on things and who plays and who doesn't play and what we're doing or what we're not doing. But I take a lot of pride in just letting our guys coach and be coachable. And we don't do anything on Sundays, so we're still family oriented. We work our tails off on Saturdays to get everything done, so they can have the day off on Sunday. We're actually going on a coaches retreat. We've done that for the last 4 or 5 years now. We do that right before two-a-days, just some bonding time, some time that we can sit down and put practice plans together and depth charts together and move guys that we think we need moved, but at the same time, just get away and not worry about football and practices so I think that has helped. But obviously, winning is really helps. Also, it helps guys want to continue to come back, and
Yeah.
um, you know, uh, a lot of our guys do a lot of work at home. That way, they can go home and be with their families, and we'll get back together and meet up and go over some plans and some ideas. But let them make their connections with the kids and the camaraderie that they have with each one, and they take a lot of pride in each position. I think we have 11 or 12 coaches, and pretty much each guy is in charge of at least one position, whether it's offensively or defensively. And I think it makes them feel, more part of the program and proud to be a part of the program when they know their time and their energy is well spent and uh, worthwhile.
Where's the retreat at this year?
Apple Valley. We've gone to Apple Valley for I think this is our fourth year, I believe. We'll go out and do some golfing and do some cooking out, and just some good team bonding with the staff.
You a good golfer or no?
No, I golf twice a week. We get together for Preston's birthday, which is on July 4th, and he has a big outing on July 4th, and then the coaches retreat. Those are the only two times that I swing a club. But it's a
That's
lot of
nice,
fun.
man.
We have a lot of
I
fun,
went
that's for sure.
I went golfing for the second time in my life like last week, and it was all terrible outside of one putt. I made like a 40 or 50 foot putt somehow miraculously, and if I hit no other good shots the rest of my life, I can take that one.
That's one you'll remember forever. That's right. That's right.
That's yeah.
Yep. A lot of
Well,
foot wedges for sure.
that's yes. Well, Coach, thanks for hopping on today, man, and talking some football. It's good to see you, and I'm glad that you've had a good summer, and hopefully the retreat is a lot of fun, and 2 days go well, and the lead up to the season is great, and hopefully another we get back to the 10-0 seasons for Garaway football.
We'll give it our best shot. And thanks for covering us again. I'm looking forward to it. I know our kids get excited every time the cameraman shows up, and what you guys do for them is really special, and we really appreciate it, and we couldn't do it without our community that helps pay for that and take care of that for us, and parents and our staff and administration and everybody else that makes our jobs a lot easier. So thank you. Greatly appreciate it and look forward to it.